And welcome back to Nzone Focus. I'm talking with our new Auckland supercity mayor, Len Brown. As you mentioned earlier, the one thing that everybody mentions about you is the heart attack, which happened in the most public way in the middle of an appearance.
Sensational.
I mean, if you're
what
gonna,
a way to go down, eh?
If you're going to do that, I guess that you can't do it with more publicity than that. How aware were you of the possibility of a near fatal heart attack?
None. Well, I lost Mum at 47. You know, Mum died of exactly what dropped me, which was an early build-up of plaque on the inside of her heart arteries. Very simple description. And she didn't survive that. Now, I was just extraordinarily lucky to survive it. I had. You look back and you think, well, there was one or two signs there, but not really much. I was in good nick. Spent a lot of time in the gym, don't carry any weight, didn't smoke, didn't drink, or marginal drinking. There was none of the factors there. And a slight raised cholesterol, slightly raised blood pressure, but, you know, I was 51.
Double, triple heart bypass.
Double, triple bypass. We do not muck around. I don't do things by half.
I'll say.
So, look, I had a miracle in surviving that.
Does that change?
I shouldn't have survived that.
Does that change your outlook on life when you have a brush
well,
with death?
The Aucklanders now have a mayor who is determined that every second of his life is spent trying to achieve something that's worthwhile. So I'm hugely motivated, always was, but I'm hugely motivated, and so I'm not wasting a second. And this opportunity that I have is about getting maximum change quick and really re-gearing Auckland and applying those values that I was talking about. And knowing that you've come through with a second chance, that you've been given a second chance, is motivating in itself. And so there's a whole range of these things that have come together to present me with an opportunity to take absolute full advantage of that second chance I've had.
You mentioned Shan and the girls. It must have been a terrible time for them.
Yep. She was confronted with the fact that maybe I wasn't going to be around. We were talking about it again last night, and you know that was life-changing for her. That reset her values, and when I came through that, we came through a strengthened couple in every sense. And recently, she's had to deal with her own challenge, a bit of a brush with cancer, and at the most inopportune time for all of us. And we've survived that. We've been given the green light. We're charmed.
You mentioned your Catholic upbringing.
Yeah.
Your faith is central to you. How does that change the way you work?
Well, for a start, I don't wear it out on my sleeve, I hope. I've really tried to just lead in a secular community with this diversity of religious faith and belief and understanding. I'm really sensitive and acutely aware of the fact that I don't want to marginalise people by my own sense of faith. So I try and keep my personal faith aside from the work that I do. That's the first thing. Secondly, certainly my values and my view on life is hugely impacted. It's critical. It's what I am. It impacts on my value system and the way I lead. So inclusiveness for me is about Christianity applied. Simply.
Murray Burton, who's the principal of Elim College, said that following the Manukau canyoning disaster, how other leaders came to pay their respects and you came with your sleeves rolled up there to help. Obviously with the recent Pike River mine disaster, how important is that leadership role in, and particularly someone with a faith like yours, how important is that to a community?
Mayors, I mean, this is a reflection on the role of being a mayor, which is a unique role. You're looking after your brothers and sisters, your friends in the community, so you've been elected out of the heart of them. So they know you, you know them, And in those times, maybe more than any other person, except the Prime Minister, which is a unique role too, but the mayor is the person that people turn to, and you have got to be the personification of the spirit of that community. And I want to acknowledge Tony and Bob in recent times who have become that. And Tony, you know, you can just see the coast written all over that man. He speaks like a coaster, he looks like he's got the staunch soul of a coaster. You know, and you hope that as the leader of the community, if your community is confronted or faced with that type of tragedy, that you personify the spirit of the place, and you are the shoulder that people cry on. You are the hander-outer of the tissues. You are the clear head in the midst of the crisis. And you pray every night that if that comes on your community, you are ready.
Len, it's an absolute privilege to meet you. Thank you very much indeed for sparing time for us today.
It's been great to be here.
That's our programme for this week, and in fact, our last one for this year. Davina will be back with you here at the same time next week, revisiting some of your favourite stories from earlier programmes. We'll start with our interview featuring the directors of Family Life New Zealand, Andy and Nikki Bray, and they'll talk candidly about holding on to their Christian faith despite the difficult and challenging times that their family has had to face. We do hope you'll join us for that special interview next week. Until then, bye for now.